This is Juraj Slafkovsky. He's the first overall pick from the 2022 draft. I'm going to assume you know his history and how much of a surprise pick he was, and how in his rookie season he looked terrible, and then last year he took a jump but still didn't look incredible, and then this year he kind of stagnated. And you also know how in games 1 and 2 he looked okay but not amazing. But we just saw game 3 last night and he had the best game he's played in a while, maybe all season. He got the insurance goal in a win over the best team in the Eastern Conference. I've referenced game score on this channel a lot. It's a stat that summarizes all of your individual contributions, so blocked shots, goals, assists, etc. But it also accounts for how well your team plays when you're on the ice. If you get a hat trick but you're on ice for 6 goals against, the stat isn't going to reflect your game that positively. Last night in the 6-3 win over Washington, Juraj Slafkovsky had the best individual game score from a forward this playoffs from the Montreal Canadiens. What did he do differently, and why was last night such a success for him? To have a score like this, you have to do a lot of things right, but what I liked from him most last night was his ability to turn the play north quickly. He plays left wing on the most talked about line in hockey right now, along with Suzuki and Caulfield. You'll hear a lot about it for the next couple years, and you imagine it's only going to get better with time, but it's already quite good. They played against a bunch of combinations of lines last night, but primarily it was against the Ovechkin line where they dominated. That's actually a big part of why they were able to get the win. They had the fewest offensive zone starts at even strength on the Canadiens, which points to the fact that they don't get spoon-fed their opportunities. They just break it out of the defensive zone so often that they still had the puck in the offensive zone more than any Washington Capital forward. And well, surprise, surprise, Juraj Slafkovsky is a major reason for why these breakouts happen. After a Washington shot, Slaf is first to the puck, but with Strome and McMichael forechecking, he has to poke it ahead where Suzuki is able to clear the zone. He's useful in the neutral zone too, finding him anchored near the blue line. A smaller Matt Roy can't do anything as he collects the puck and sets up Suzuki for his own entry. And even later on in the game, Slaf takes Strome's stick out of the play before perfectly clearing it out of the zone where Suzuki and Caulfield are first to it. They don't get anything out of this, but plays like this demoralize the Washington Capitals. As a left winger, you don't really expect to lean on him as much as you can for these breakouts. His stick was active all game, and while you hope he uses his body a little bit more in the defensive end to make the Capitals pay, he's probably learning a ton from watching Wilson and Ovechkin body guys. This is like when you kill the Ender Dragon in Minecraft and you get a ton of experience. Like every shift he's leveling up right now. He wasn't that physical in the defensive zone, but once it was in the offensive zone, Slaf flipped a switch and went full-on alcoholic Slovak mode. He led the Canadiens in primary shot assists and rush shot assists. He was a playmaking threat in the offensive zone, which is a terrifying thought for the Capitals, especially on the power play where he was actually giddying up on his horse to win back possession time and time again. I say he's an alcoholic in the offensive zone, and part of that is plays like this where from the blue line he starts heading towards the net while Sandin is trying to keep positioning on him the entire time. Sandin is 5'11", 189 pounds. Slafkovsky is 6'3", 230 pounds. That means Slaf got a grade A scoring chance in front while Sandin ended up on the ground. Slaf is pretty good with his stick too. He has soft hands and he can make plays like this where he's keeping possession from 3 Capitals players all at once. All of these little plays and micro stats wouldn't mean anything if Slaf didn't produce though, and he did produce. The goal he scored was him putting all of these traits together into one. A smart defensive read means he cuts back to intercept a pass after Radish couldn't control it. Slaf already had a step and was on the counterattack. He dishes it to Caulfield and goes exactly where a 6'3", 230-pound power forward should go, the front of the net. Not only did he put the game away, he got Washington's #1 center to end his own goalie's career on that play. I mean, that's just aura from Slafkovsky, no other way to put it. Let's see what he can do in game 4, and this is a series now, boys. If Slafkovsky can put these traits together and he's a playmaking threat for this team, you might see a lot more of these games where Montreal doubles the shots of Washington. That's terrifying. This series might go to 7. Subscribe so I can break down every time he touches the ice. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.